Hello all. Today let us discuss about anti-adrenergic drugs. In that we shall discuss about alpha blockers. Introduction. Adrenergic receptor antagonists block the effect of sympathetic stimulation and adrenergic agonists mediated through alpha and beta receptors. Adrenergic receptor antagonists are divided into two main classes. The first is alpha blockers and the second is beta blockers. Classification of alpha blockers, that is non-selective both alpha 1 and alpha 2 blockers. They include reversible alpha blockers, namely phentolamine and tolazolene. Irreversible alpha blockers, that is phenoxybenzamine. Selective alpha 1 blockers, that is prazosin, terazosin, doxazosine, tamsulosin and alfuzosin. Selective alpha 2 blocker, that is yohimbine. Irreversible non-selective alpha blocker, phenoxybenzamine. This blocks both alpha 1 and alpha 2 receptors. It binds covalently to alpha receptors and causes irreversible blockade. It inhibits reuptake of noradrenaline into adrenergic nerve endings. It also blocks H1 receptors, cholinergic receptors and serotonin receptors at higher doses. Pharmacological effects of phenoxybenzamine. They are peripheral vascular resistance is reduced due to blockade of vascular alpha 1 receptors. This drug has predominant venodilating effect. Increased reuptake of noradrenaline from the adrenergic nerve endings due to blockade of presynaptic alpha 2 receptors occurs. This may cause cardiac stimulation and produce tachycardia, palpitation, cardiac arrhythmias, etc. Phenoxybenzamine. It is given orally or through slow intravenous infusion. Its onset is slow, but it has a long duration of action because of irreversible blockade of alpha receptors. Use. Phenoxybenzamine is used in the treatment of pheochromocytoma. Adverse effects. These include postural hypotension, that is due to venodilatation, tachycardia, palpitation, diarrhea, nasal stuffiness, giddiness and impotence. This diagram clearly shows the adverse effects of phenoxybenzamine, that is vertigo, sexual dysfunction, tachycardia and orthostatic hypotension. Reversible non-selective alpha blockers. Phentolamine. It is an imidazoline derivative. It competitively blocks the effects of noradrenaline at both alpha 1 and alpha 2 adrenergic receptors. Venodilatation is more than arterial dilatation. It can also block 5-HT receptors, potassium channels. It can cause histamine release from mast cells. It is given intravenously. It has a rapid onset but a short duration of action. Reversible non-selective alpha blockers. Phentolamine. Its adverse effects are tachycardia, palpitation, arrhythmias. Angina and myocardial infarction may also be precipitated. Tolazolene. Its actions are similar to phentolamine, but this drug is very rarely used. Types of antagonism exhibited by non-selective alpha blockers. Phenoxybenzamine. This drug shows non-competitive antagonism at alpha 1 and alpha 2 receptors. Phentolamine. This drug shows competitive antagonism at alpha 1 and alpha 2 receptors. Selective alpha 1 blockers. Prazosin. This drug is a potent and selective alpha 1 blocker. It is given orally. It is well absorbed from gastrointestinal tract but undergoes first pass metabolism. It produces minimal or no tachycardia, unlike non-selective alpha blockers. It causes both arteriolar and venodilatation, but arteriolar dilatation is more prominent. Prazosin. The adverse effects are first dose phenomenon. Within 30 to 90 minutes of oral administration of first dose of prazosin, postural hypotension and syncopal attacks may be seen. Therefore, the initial dose should be very small. around 1 milligrams. It is usually given at bedtime so that the patient remains in bed for several hours and the risk of syncopal attack is reduced. This drug may also cause nasal stuffiness, tachycardia, impaired ejaculation and impotence. Other selective alpha-1 blockers. Terazosin. This drug is similar to prazosin but it is less potent. It is almost completely absorbed after oral administration and has a long duration of action. Doxazosine is the longest acting selective alpha-1 blocker. The hemodynamic effects, bioavailability and extent of metabolism are similar to prazosin. Use of alpha-1A blockers in benign prostatic hyperplasia. Here we can see the distribution of alpha receptors in the lower urinary tract and site of action of alpha-1 adrenergic receptor blockers. Selective agents target receptors predominantly localized to the bladder and prostate. Non-selective agents may have more systemic effects. Now here we see one more thing, that is the static component of BPH and dynamic component of BPH. The static component is mainly related to size of the prostate and this is treated mainly by 5-alpha reductase inhibitors like finasteride. The dynamic component, which deals mainly with fluid or the urine outflow, that is treated with alpha-1 selective agents, that is tamsulosin. The alpha-1 selective blocker tamsulosin, it contracts the detrusor muscle of the urinary bladder and relaxes trigone, thereby facilitating the flow of urine. Other selective alpha-1 blockers. Alfuzosin. It blocks all subtypes of alpha-1 receptors, namely alpha-1A, alpha-1B and alpha-1D. It is orally effective and it is used in benign prostatic hyperplasia. Tamsulosin. It is a uroselective alpha-1 blocker, that is alpha-1A. At low doses, it reduces the resistance to the flow of urine with little effect on blood pressure. It is administered orally and is the preferred alpha-1 blocker for the treatment of BPH in normotensive patients. It may cause retrograde ejaculation. Therapeutic uses of alpha blockers. They are used in pheochromocytoma, hypertensive emergencies, essential hypertension, benign prostatic hyperplasia, in tissue necrosis, in male sexual dysfunction. Other uses include congestive cardiac failure and peripheral vascular diseases. Selective alpha-2 adrenergic antagonist. Yohimbine. It is an alkaloid. It competitively blocks alpha-2 receptors. It also has a 5-HT receptor blocking effect. It is an aphrodisiac. It is rarely used therapeutically. These are the various references I had used. Thank you.